Yeah, this is black light. I'm going to try to make it plain as I possibly can about the condition of the black man and black woman because a lot of us been hurt and abused and misused on your own street where it ain't nothing but black people. See, the Caucasian, he done his up close abusing and misusing us back in the day prior to the coming of Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. And what Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King did was put a spotlight on the Caucasian in front of the world, because by then we had the kind of technology that could be seen, what's happening over here could be seen all over the planet if they had a television or a video, or not even a video wasn't invented. But I think video was invented back then. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is they could see you on television getting misused. So they had to change their strategy and make it seem like you're the one that's the demon. They demonized the black man and black woman around that time. They reversed it. They said, well, it's these people, they are savages. This is how they act. And during that time, you hardly heard of homosexuality in the black community. I'm not saying it didn't exist, but it was rare, minute. They weren't coming out the closet like they doing now, but there were homosexuals. And back then, there wasn't dope fiends, crackheads, and whatever, although it existed, but it was mostly amongst you musicians. And you could leave your door open, sleep on the front porch when it was hot, and neighbors knew each other and watched out for each other back in those days, prior to Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. See, and the Nation of Islam was looked upon, people didn't trust them. Black people didn't trust them because when you go to their meetings, you get searched at the door. Couldn't no drunks come in there. No one come in there plotting to kill them. So they was ahead of their time, because now the churches are getting shot up, robbed, and everything. So I'm gonna make a couple of videos to show y'all young people that y'all look at things like, didn't nothing happen before y'all came into the world. Y'all don't look at the history not going way back there in ancient times, but how did black people treat themselves in the 40s and the 30s, treat each other? You know, how was they acting up in Harlem? Well, they were more community-based. They were more friendly with each other. They wasn't breaking in each other's house. They wasn't pedophiles like it is now. Well, why is that? You ever ask yourself, why is it different now than it was back then? See, so stay tuned for part 2 of this. And I think of a name to call it, but I see some of our sisters, don't want to unite because sisters and brothers don't want to unite because they saying they want to expose, the wrongdoers in our community. So I got a question to ask you, and I'm gonna answer it on my version of the question, the answer, on the next video. Are you a sucker? Most of y'all say y'all not suckers, but I'm gonna show you on the next video that you're the biggest suckers that ever walked the planet Earth, myself included, until I woke up. Black light out.